In this lecture, we'll be taking a look at the Django project structure. We'll be looking at the Django project, what the Django project is. We'll be taking a look at the manage.py modules. We'll be looking at the virtual env, in brief, the VM, which is the most preferred shortcut for many developers. We'll be taking a look at the danda init, danda.py, others call it _init __.py module, the settings py module, the urls.py module, the wsgi.py module, the asgi.py module. Okay, here is a tree view structure that I've created to simplify or sort of to create a mental view of what the whole Django project looks like. So this is the true representation of the structure that you get in your code base when you use Django admin start project. Okay, when you use that command, this is what you get, and this is the tree structure that I've just created to make sure the illustration looks very clear. And I'm going to be using this model to illustrate and guide you through how exactly the Django project works and what it is made up of. All these files, the modules themselves here, I will illustrate and explain to you step by step in this tutorial. Now, let's start with the My Site module. The My Site is actually the Django project itself. Okay, it holds all other applications. Remember, Django works on the concept of applications. It has got a number of applications that are built into it, and when we create our own applications, we attach all those applications into the Django project itself. Remember, as I've said, the Django project is what you get when you use Django admin start project command. Okay, so all your applications, the custom applications that you create, are attached to this. It contains the settings for the whole project. Okay, this is the file structure that you get when you just create the Django project. In our case, we're calling it My Site. So the My Site project contains all these files here. In fact, these are the files that I just illustrated in a tree structure that I've just shown you. Okay, so it contains all the settings for the whole project. We'll look at the settings as we go. Okay, and then we have got the manage.py. What is this? The manage.py is a module that contains project management commands, or the whole project, the Django project. If you want to run it, if you want to create other modules, if you want to make migrations, all those commands are contained in the manage.py module. So the manage.py is used for project-wide commands for the project, for the Django project, that is. The Python manage.py start. Okay, you use commands like manage.py startup. This one is used for creating a new app. Okay, and then the other command that you normally use is manage.py, make migrations, manage.py, migrate. This one you use when you interacting with the database. That is when you're creating schemas, when you are migrating your schemas to the database itself. The manage.py run server. This one is used for starting the development server for your Django applications. Okay, now let's take a look at the VM, which is actually the virtual environment. This is the project's virtual environment. Now, what is the virtual environment? The virtual environment is used for creating a separate environment for the project. That is for our Django project. In our case, the My Site project. All project-related packages Python libraries related to the project are installed in this structure, the folder. You may name it something different, but I prefer using VM. It avoids the dependencies, versions mismatch, and conflicts. Okay, we'll get deeper into understanding what exactly all these are as we go in the course. Now let's take a look at the init.py, which is a module which is used as a Python package declaration. If you are a Python developer, if you've learned Python, which I assume you have, because you cannot take Django without understanding or knowing a bit of Python. So if you've learned Python, you understand that this Python itself uses the concept of modules and packages. Okay, so the init.py module is actually a Python convention that will turn this folder, which in our case is the my site, into a package. Understand that there is modules and packages. Okay, so that is the double underscore init, double underscore py module turns the my site, the project folder, or whatever folder that you are creating, including app modules themselves. Okay, it turns them into packages. Now let's take a look at the settings.py. This is the project settings. It has a Django project configuration variables. It has Django project configuration variables. All other applications are added to the project through the settings module itself. It has configurations for databases, hosting URLs, templates, time zone, language, static files, and other files, and other configurations. This is what you see when you take a look at your project. When you open the settings.py, these are the common settings that you see, the common variables, okay, settings variables that you look at. Okay, the base directories, the keys, that is secret keys, the debug mode, the allow hosts, installed apps, your apps, when you create your apps. In fact, Django, as I've said, has got some built-in applications. So what you see here, all these are built-in applications. Then you have the admin app here, auth, the content types, sessions, messages, static files, and all the apps that you'll be building. For example, we'll be building a user management application. It will be able to add it into this Django project through the installed applications. We'll be building the blog. We'll also be adding it to our Django project through the installed applications. We've got the middlewares, and then we've got these other settings here. We've got the templates. We've got the database settings. We've got all these other setting variables. So this is what brings all other applications and it gets all the configurations for the project into a working system through the settings.py. Now let's take a look at the urls.py. This is a Django project's URLs. It creates the routing system for the whole project. The views themselves are attached to the Django application, that is to the Django project, through the URLs. And all the URLs for the applications are attached back to the main project's URLs through the urls.py. So all other custom apps URLs are brought and linked to this file. By default, it has a URL for the built-in admin site. Let's take a look at it. Okay, so by default, it has a URL for the built-in admin site here. Okay, this is a path that you'll find that is defined inside the URL patterns, inside our urls.py module. Okay, now let's take a look at the wsgi. This, in short, is a shortcut for saying server gateway interface for the project. This provides an application server for the Django project. When you're doing, okay, as I've said, it's a short form for a web server gateway interface. Python applications use the wsgi on the servers. Normally, when you're running our Python applications, they will normally provide in the development environment, the wsgi provides an interface for running the server for our application. And then let's take a look at the asgi. This is short for Asynchronous Server Gateway Interface. The asgi.py provides an asynchronous application server for the Django project. The asgi.py is the latest standard for Django projects. It was introduced in Django 3.0.